Hey, so remember when I did the video, a couple days ago that I was talking about the floods, and I said that there are going to be, for 100% sure, liberal psychos on the internet who are going to, celebrate that this happened, and I expect there to be a lot of other liberals who defend them afterwards. Remember that? Oh, weird. Almost like I know how this thing goes. So this person, who I'll speak much more colorfully, in a much more colorful manner about in about 30 seconds. Once I get past the first minute, and once I get past the first minute, and I'm allowed to swear. Okay. So this psychotic bunt is now out looking for a new job. Okay, she's a pediatrician. Okay, who danced on the graves of dead children. Okay. Now, the reason why my effect is the way it is because it's going to take everything I have not to completely flip out during this video. So I'm going to try to keep it light as best I can because every time I flip out, I say things I can't say on the internet and I end up having to restart. So don't take my jovial tone for anything other than a genuine attempt to not descend into threatening violence on people, so on and so forth, etc. Okay. So also, this woman too. So we're going to take a look at what she said. She's a she's a sweetheart. And then there's some other lady who also got fired because she was very flippant and nasty about dead children in the floods. And then this gem, you guys may recall, Destiny, who I'm going to talk about extensively in this video. Uh, so he did the whole thing, right? Like he's making fun of children. I'll show you what I responded to him with actually shortly. All right, so I just filmed the Destiny portion of the video because I knew I could do him and not get mad, not actually lose my shit completely, because I knew that I would lose my shit if I showed this first and then talked about the other women where I'm actually gonna lose it, because Destiny's trolling, just to be clear. He's just like a person. He's just like a sociopath who kind of knows he can get a rise out of people. But and also I have him by the balls, dude. I have information about him where say whatever you want, dude. You know what I'm going to say back every single time, right? You already know what I'm going to say back every single time. So you guys can look for that at the back half of the video because I already recorded it. All right, so now let's look at this though. Okay, in one of the most this is okay, so this is a picture of the actual cabin where all the girls were swept away. This is where they were all sleeping, and the water ripped through there and took all of them. Okay, so this is them. These are the kids that were in that cabin who are all dead. So, uh, yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. These girls, these girls, not random numbers on a screen. These girls, these baby little Christian girls who were at a camp. Okay, swept away, dead. Okay, which is why my language is probably going to sound the way that it does when we look at this. I'm gonna need a word. I'm gonna need a word to replace the word that rhymes with bunt and starts with a C, because every time that I look at one of these chicks, that's the word that is going to come out if I don't stop myself, and that's an instant demonetization on YouTube. So bunt is going to serve as that word. So this this fucking bunt right here, she was the former Houston mayoral appointee. She said, consequences for what? Maybe it was God's will to wash them little bunts away, is what she said. I'm just going to get off of her because I'm going to say things that I really shouldn't. But her life's over now, her life is over. She's fired, denounced, disgraced, as it should be, you know. And then this woman, okay, this is the woman. She's a pediatrician in Texas. Okay. This is a pediatrician in Texas. So she got fired. But let me show you what she said. She got fired for a pediatrician, dude. She's a child doctor. She's a child doctor. And this bunt, God, it just doesn't hit the same, dude. Like it feels like it feels like someone is like taunting me and I'm sparring, like it feels like someone's taunting me and then like I throw a shot and it just like barely kind of like grazes their head. Like when I'm mad, like I really want to land hard and it just kind of great. That feeling where you're all, and like it leaves you kind of feeling like empty inside. That's what calling her a bunt does for me. Anyway, pediatrician fire. So, a pediatrician has been fired over a vile post suggesting that more than 80 killed in the horrific Texas floods, including dozens of kids, were President Trump supporters who got what they voted for. Dr. Christina B. Probst drew widespread scorn following the disparaging since-deleted post under her old Facebook name, Christina. May all visitors' children... May all visitors' children, non-MAGA voters, and pets be safe and dry. Oh, I guess she did at least she did, I guess, identify like she's hoping for children to be dry. I would imagine that was probably her defense for this, which makes me laugh my ass off. Imagining this one, so you see her little smug face right here. This is her smug face. Yeah, I'm a child pediatrician. I'm a good person. You're like, no, you're not. I want you to picture this smug face in the meeting when she got fired and her begging for her fucking job, begging for her job, trying to explain herself. Okay. So picture her face. It was a momentary lapse. It was and I want you to imagine what she's dealing with right now. Okay. Right now, imagining what her future prospects are, what are your future, who's going to hire you? Oh, here, let's just Google her. So Dr. Christina Probst. Oh, she's a doctor, applying for a job. So let's Google her. Oh, she's the one who publicly got fired for dancing on the graves of dead 7-year-olds. So, hey, good luck in your job search, you fucking bunt. Okay. Enjoy. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This is what I'm saying, dude. We can go back and forth all day long, dude. We can go back and forth all day long with this stuff. And the reality is, it's them. They live in a world that is not real, okay? Where they're saying, oh, all these MAGA people, whatever. Show me. Show me. Show me a big MAGA influencer or a big Trump supporting influencer who's ever said anything like what you are saying here. You know what I mean? Just go ahead. Find me when the fires were burning and there were dead kids and the people were like, ha ha, they're Democrat kids. Just go ahead. Show me one. Oh, none? Right. I know. Okay. Let's listen to this. Person.
Say because y'all scary as fuck and I don't give a damn. Them little girls, them people died because of racism, not politics. Boom, I said it. I don't give a fuck. And am I sad? No. Nope. Because more YT people will have to DIE in order for motherfuckers to what? CARE. I said what the fuck I said. I don't give a fuck and minds are here with me. We voted the correct way. You reap what the fuck you sow.
Hey, I reek what I sow, you fucking moron. I have an idea. How about you go back to your school and ask them how come you don't know how to fucking talk? Okay, how about that? Okay? Because I feel like people would be a little bit more compelled by your arguments if you knew how to speak English. I had to cut off about 30 seconds of stuff I said. I told you I'm not good at these ones, man. Not good at these. Let's continue listening to this evil, psychotic lunatic.
Just the night before the flash flood happened, y'all were okay with motherfuckers being stripped away from their motherfucking families and never seeing them again. People being deported. Y'all were okay with that.
Oh yeah, I remember when the reason I wanted people deported was because I wanted their families broken up, as opposed to all of us being like, "Hey, if you want to come to America, you have to like register like everyone else. You can't just like sneak underneath the fence, okay, and then just stay here forever. Like that's against the law. There's a reason we have the laws." I know this is really hard for you to understand. Like I know it's super hard because no one ever told you no, or like I don't know what. I don't know. But civilizations run on rules, right? So it's like, oh, okay, well, you can come to America. It's just like if you want to stay, you know, if you want to stay for longer than like a week or whatever, you need to file paperwork. They're like, well, we want to just sneak under your fence. You're all, and then what? They're all, then just stay forever. You're like, okay, we can't do that. Well, come on. We walked all this way. We just want to sneak under the fence and stay forever. You're all right, but you can't, right? And then so then when we catch them 2 years later, and we're all, okay, you got to go home, dude. You snuck under the fence. Like, you obviously know that's not how we do things. You snuck under the fence. You got to go home. They're, oh my God, these monsters. They're tearing them apart. They're tearing apart their families. Oh, yeah, because we're doing that to hurt their families. They snuck under the fence. You stupid fucking moron. Jesus. It's embarrassing. And I do feel for those families, for the record. And I've even said, I would like to focus on people with criminal records, so on and so forth. If people are here and they're doing the right thing, here's what I think you should do. You should go to hotels, manufacturing centers, all those things where they're actually working, and show them how to get up to date with their paperwork. Okay. If they've demonstrated that they're a person who's like working and doing whatever, instead of just raiding them and deporting them, you should give them the opportunity to do the paperwork correctly because they've already demonstrated that they want to come here and work. Fine. And then if they don't do it in 2 weeks, then you grab them and you ship them home. Would you have a problem with that, sweetheart? Because we're going to break up your family.
Be okay with not finding Sarah Lou. Be okay with not finding Billy. Be okay with never seeing them again. Keep that same energy because I'm here for it. I am so here for it.
I'm in, dude. Oh my God, I was going to do it again. Man, there are situations I'm not cut out for, dude, and like I'm glad that these people don't ever say shit. Like I'm glad that there's not like a situation where you put me in person with these people and then they try to do this song and dance, because like I would not last long on that tour, whatever that tour is. Like I would put a shin through these people's faces. Her being a girl would stop mattering pretty fucking fast if she kept talking like this. Like I'd be like, I can't hit a girl, dude. But like, you put your hand back like this and you're gloating, you're sitting there like kind of gloating about this situation, like I'm gonna forget you're a girl here, okay? The first one, I'm like, I'll probably open-handed slap her once, like just really hard, like like actually open-hand slap her like as hard as I can, and be like, that's probably the end of my career right there, right? Like on the tour or whatnot. But, I look at a thing like this and I'm not sure that's enough, I'm not sure if that's enough. I feel like maybe they deserve a little bit more than that, I'm actually not even going to finish her because she is not worth my fucking time. So I'm going to go ahead and just move over to Destiny, who made a bunch of posts about these kids. And also, you need to go to X and follow me on X, Real Jesse on Fire, and also go to Instagram and follow me on Instagram. Okay. Like I use them differently, but I do use them. So Instagram, X, Instagram, Real Jesse on Fire, X, Real Jesse on Fire. Go check them out. Now let's talk Destiny. So let me read you this and then I'll show you who Destiny is. So this is Destiny saying, don't ever forget, these are the same people who want to tell you, quote, jokes are back when they're laughing it up over families being destroyed via deportation. Laughing it up, dude. That's funny. I can only speak for myself, but good luck finding a clip of me laughing over families being broken up. LGBT getting kicked out of the military. Oh, yeah. Hey. Again, I make a lot of jokes. I say a lot of shit. Go find something where I was disrespectful about that. Go find something where I was laughing at them, making fun of them. Oh, you can't? Right, because I'm a better person than you, guy. Friends being murdered in Ukraine by a genocidal maniac, all because they're too spineless to break with the inhuman machine that is MAGA. Okay. Don't ever let these vermin bully you into civility while they hide behind their veneer of convenient cruelties. Okay. Right. And then here's one of the things that he said also about the kids, because he's saying like, oh my God, they're clutching their pearls because I said something nasty about dead children. Well, guess what? So let me show you who he is. So if you don't know who Destiny is, though, this is him. Okay, so I'll just play a little bit of this for you, right? And then just so you could put a face and voice with the person who's making fun of dead kids, and then we'll talk about him. Who he is, like, how you should respond to him when it comes to this thing, and we'll go from there.
Announced his forming of America Party and further break from Trump. Who could have ever guessed? The friendship timelines are like so accelerated with this dude.
So if you look in the back of his room, and you see like, oh wow, he has all these guns back there, dude. I guess that means that no one should point out that in a fist fight, he has no chance of winning, like, ever, against literally anyone. I think that's honestly what he's doing there. Like, I really believe that. Okay. Like, he's got some guns. I have probably 4 times as many as that, but like, well, or 5 even maybe. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. He's displaying them though, because he knows he is constantly saying things where people would beat the shit out of him if he said it in person. So he's like, hey, here are the guns. He's like, so, before you even say like you beat me up, like I have lots of guns. It's like, yeah, I have lots too, dude. You gonna shoot me, guy? Scary. But let's just actually go through this though, right? So here is what he posted. And before I get into what an absolute degenerate, like, sick person this guy is, I just want to point out he's also an absolute fucking genius, okay? Like, and I mean that seriously. It's unfortunate that he and I have to be on opposite ends of the world, because I actually have a lot of respect for what he does in terms of his ability to gain attention. It's brilliant, honestly. Okay, so like here, right? He says, I heard God killed those kids because they were using NordVPN promo code Destiny to get around the Texas corn ban. So when I read that, I was like, wow, like, you guys saw the video that I did about the missing, the missing 27 missing girls, 7 years old. Like, I had my daughter on, remember? And, I can't think of a more demented thing that a person could do than to make fun of dead kids. But then I realized he knows this is going to get him tremendous attention on X. He baits the conservatives. This is what he does, okay? And he has absolutely no morals or ethics whatsoever. He doesn't care, okay? Like, he actually genuinely doesn't care. But you know what the thing is, though? Is there's one thing he does care about, right? Like, he doesn't care if he says like, oh, a firefighter got his head blown off and, his corpse landed on his wife and his daughter, like scarring them for life. Like, he doesn't care about making fun of that. He doesn't care about making fun of dead children. This is not real to him. Okay. Like, he lives in like internet land, right? He doesn't care. He knows that he'll get a reaction from the MAGA people. Thing is though, and I would encourage all of you to go follow me on X and then go retweet this response. Okay. I think there's something he doesn't really love when people talk about, which would be, here's what I said back to him. I said, you should retire from comedy and focus your time on what you're best at. Finding teenagers you can confess to about fantasizing about, quote, child concubines that only exist to pleasure you. Demented kitty fucker, degenerate meth head. You should make jokes about dead kids in person. Then at least I'll respect your moxie once you're released from the hospital. It's one of those things that's like, the guy said in writing, okay, to some girl he's gooning with, that he fantasizes about a young child that only exists to pleasure him. So, if he wants to talk about like, oh, the MAGA guys or the blah, 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 he wants to talk about Epstein list, whatever he wants to talk about, it's like, yeah, but you fantasize about little kids that you can, put your hands on, or your, you know what I mean? So like, you can't win. Like, you can't win. There's no winning here, okay? There's no winning. You can't win. You are a person who fantasizes about children, okay? Like, you are the scum of the earth, like the absolute scum of the earth. And also, who would put that in writing? You fucking moron. You fucking moron. You are the stupidest person on earth, dude. You sitting there at home, stroking it, talking to your girl on Discord. You're all, ooh, I'm all worked up. I'm going to tell her my deepest secrets. I do fantasize about a kitty, like a kitty concubine that like I could have, do dirty things with, you know, like, and that's their only purpose in life. She's all, wow, tell me everything, Destiny. He's all, I've got even worse stuff. She's, I bet you do. He's like, let me put it in writing. You fucking idiot, moron. Okay. You can pretend to be smart all day. You're an idiot. Okay. And you're also a person who fantasizes about kids. So again, I do understand that he doesn't care about kids. You know, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you go, I go, what does Jesse actually stand for? It's like, well, when these kids went missing, he brought his 7-year-old daughter onto the show to be like, can you imagine if this little baby was missing? It's like, that's what hey, what about you, Destiny? He's like, wait, doesn't he have a kid? He's all, yeah, but he's not in his life. You're all, oh, shocker. Oh, he has a kid and he's not in his life? Weird. And then, well, how does he feel about young girls? They're like, oh, well, he wants to f them, you know? Like, that's what he would be into. He's said it openly. Like, when he sees little girls, he thinks about banging them. So we'll just leave it at that. You know, we'll just leave it at that. So anytime Destiny says anything to anyone, remember, you just respond with, you fantasize about children and you put it in writing. Okay. So like, don't engage with him on whatever he's arguing about. You just remind him of that. And you go follow me on X and you retweet that tweet if you want.